Hello there. Nice to see all of you all on YouTube. I know you guys resonate with my Instagram content, and here I am explaining exactly how things unfolded in the last 10 days. So, where do we start? We'll start obviously chronologically because the last time I put up any Instagram content was on the 10th of June, and I think it was on MG Road. I was just window shopping jerseys, not original ones, but just the ones that you see in the road. And lots of people are asking me about the location of that particular shop. And it's on the corner of MG Road, leaning into Church Street. So that's just out of the way. That was the last piece of content I put up. Now, the next morning, I was just probably going to put up another Instagram reel, and then I refreshed my page, and boom, Instagram have sent me a notification. What is that notification? Your account has been deactivated. Now, that obviously gave me a mini heart attack. Let's not lie about it, because obviously content's my bread and butter, sports my bread and butter. The IPL was done and dusted, but I had so many plans for the FIFA World Cup, which I still will put out, by the way, and for the Women's World Cup. So that will, of course, be going on lots more on my Instagram channel. But it was a process, guys. I mean, all you content creators out there, let me give you a couple of pieces of advice of what I've endured in the last week and how to retrieve your accounts if you lose it. And I lost it due to a copyright strike. Now, initially, they didn't mention what video it was. They told me about particular strikes which might pop up on my page, and then eventually it all came through. So first, I was thinking, shit, have I anyway done something really weird with a person? Because there's so many human interactions. I always ask for consent. I always kind of record it without consent and then make it completely raw and authentic. So I don't think it was a meta problem that was lingering in my mind for the first 5-10 minutes. And then after that, it made it clear to me that it was a copyright strike, and it was the IPL who didn't like some of my content. Now, if you guys are wondering what reels was that, and I've taken that down, but you guys will remember when RCB beat Mumbai, I had a little match screening on at home, and I was hugging my friends and my family. And at the back of it, there was, of course, the IPL footage. Now, they are very strict about these things, and that's my biggest learning from this. And if you guys are pandering into content and planning to make cricket content, just do not flout any rules. And it's not like I did it intentionally. My intentions was to capture the vibe, and invariably you see it at the background. So that's, I think, where they clamped me down. And there were a few videos like that, the IPL final, the RCB MI game, and I think there was another one where I did during the WPL when Radha Yadav hit the winning runs, and it was a brief shot, and then my commentary after that. So it didn't go down well. Now, what did I do that morning? Obviously, I responded to the mails ASAP, because Instagram, as much as we all love them, they don't have a particular hotline or a toll-free number to get your doubts clarified, so on and so forth. So what did I do? I responded to them on email, like a proper email. You could chat GPT it, but you literally have to properly read it before you send it through and make a compelling case for yourself. Because look, at the end of the day, when I started creating content in January this year, I was about 1,500, 2,000 followers. And I've obviously shot to in excess of 80K right now. And my whole demeanor was, of course, spreading smiles through sport. And I've done that, I think, decently well with regards to the IPL, meeting so many kids, random people at bars, chatting with them about cricket, football, so on and so forth. Kristen Knight, 12-16, I will be coming to Siddharthnagar tomorrow, and give this channel some love. Tell all your friends, and we'll play some football or cricket. I'm guessing you're a Purna Pragna kid, so props to you for joining me on this Friday Night Live. But coming back to the whole Instagram matters, right? So I sent them a mail, and they responded saying, this is going to be under review. It's going to take some time, so on and so forth. Now, as a content creator, you're thinking, shit, what are my options here? Where do I go? Who do I call? Who are the right people to reach out to? So I did do some digging, and the body of work I've had in the last 10, 12 years has given me the opportunity to have great networks, whether it's in this industry or even on the fringe of this industry, to understand the technicalities, such as in Instagram deactivation. So spoke to my ex-boss. I spoke to another ex-manager of mine in Hyderabad. They all gave me pieces of advice, but my main worry was that if it's going to be deleted forever. Now, that was never going to be the case. And Instagram did, of course, eventually tell me that, because they do take this very seriously, like I said, and they will take a lot of time to review your content. They'll go through a lot of it. It's an automated software. It's an AI doing it pretty much. It's not like one guy there. And the BCCI and the IPL, obviously, for right reasons, have these lawyers in place who can, of course, pull down a video if you've used the footage. But again, my plea to them was that I didn't really use the footage or commentary or anything, and I mastered the music, but it doesn't matter. So that was my biggest takeaway from this whole shebang. But time moved on, and 2-3 days into it, didn't get a response. Now, whilst doing all of this, I was obviously itching to put out content. Now, asked a few of my family members and my friends to whether I should really start a new channel. So then you guys saw the Heg Day Everyday's back page. Now, that obviously I think was just there for a day or two, but it got about 500 creators to, of course, subscribe to me. But essentially, that could take it down as well, because this is something very important to understand for all of you guys. On Instagram, you might be having 500 followers or 10K or more than that. If you get banned on Instagram, i.e. deactivated, don't just think you're the king and then start something new, because the IP address, your backup emails, your phone numbers will all kind of reverberate back to that main account. So that's exactly why they pulled out the second account. And I was like feeling miffed at this point of time, because imagine the World Cup is on, and I'll come to that in just a bit, because I'm not giving my thoughts about Ronaldo and everyone. People are heckling me for a while now. So coming back to this whole situation, right? Instagram were very clear in their stance. Be like, we're not going to, of course, let your account off so easily. We'll get it back, but we'll have to review it. And I had to speak to some people. And who did I reach out to? I had to reach out to the person who, of course, flagged this. Now, that can clearly be seen in the mail in terms of the copyright owners, and that particular company was Copyright Integrity. Now, these guys are huge, and of course, fair play to them, because they're very swift in expediting that process, I must say. And of course, had a few good old mates that worked there, and can't be even more thankful, or can't be even more grateful and thankful for this whole thing to happen the way it happened. So let me just tell you exactly what happened, right? So waited, no response, went back and forth, spoke to lots of people, but then ultimately it's just about emails. But then eventually I reached out to these guys, and they said, listen, can you just send me a screenshot of that particular case number, which you get, right? And that's what I did. Eventually shared that, again, wrote in an email, told them, listen, I comply fully with your rules, and I understand why you guys are doing this, but look at what I've created in terms of a community. Look at what I've created in my other videos. It's not like I'm using the IPL or the BCCI or any cricket footage for a leverage in this industry. And that was made clear. So thanks to them, they got back, and they basically sent me an email today, and I came out of bed jumping in joy. In fact, I was playing pickleball, and you know, when you see a notification on your watch and it was Gmail, Instagram, and I was like, please be what I'm thinking. And it was. And then I called my sister, my mom, and I told them the good news. So look, in a nutshell, big learning lesson. I mean, I'm never going to flout rules at BCCI and IPL. If you guys are listening, or any of the members of the Copyright Integrity team, do not fret. I've deleted everything, and I'm only just going to go about my business in terms of getting smiles on people's faces through sport again. And the FIFA World Cup is a perfect opportunity for me to start that, because even after the IPL, many people were like, you know what, let me play devil's advocate here. Are you going to get the followers and traction that you're getting during the IPL? And I did have a few doubts, but I was confident, because what I'd kind of amassed in this IPL landscape was great rendition, even in reality. People coming to me at my barber shop or getting a coffee down the road, and it instantly resonates with people. So shout out to all you guys. Really humbled with that particular set of appreciations just throughout, whether it's Instagram or people who actually reached out to me in X as well, or my DMs. So all you guys who are wondering, thank you so much for, of course, the concern, because I know clearly you guys miss my content, love my content. There's plenty to come, and I'm not going to be sitting here and gloating much more about this. But as the thumbnail suggests, as the title suggests, Instagram banned me, but they debanned me, and I'm back on it. And there is going to be some sensational content coming your way. Lots of comments to take. which I will do. Gada Boy saying, hey, hey, hey. Shashank Ji saying PPEC. And Shashank, I think, was another guy who I met in Mysore. He wants me to come there for the Maharaja T20 trophy. More on that in a bit, because I did, of course, I wouldn't say dip my hands in this bucket. People did call me for this particular tournament, and I might still be involved in some capacity or the other with one team. And I don't think, for confidential reasons, I can give it away as yet. And I won't let that come out of the bag. You guys just follow me on Instagram to know much more. But the KPL is definitely on my radar. The Women's World Cup is, of course, ongoing. India will go far in the tournament. I just put up a reel with a girl named Pari, who I did find the last time I went to KIOC, and she absolutely enamored me with her leg spin, choice of words, choice of idols. So lots of content which I've just got in my bank. And the funny part is, Instagram, when they ban me, even my editing software called Edits goes out of the window. So that's just something for all of you guys to just take note of if you guys are making content. And do not play with footages, guys. Just be authentic, be natural, be yourself. Even if that video gives you 7,000 views compared to a 50,000 view sort of thing, it doesn't matter. You might get the subscribers at that point in time, but they will take you down. And I've learned my lessons, burnt my fingers, but I don't think it'll ever happen again, and I won't let it happen again. But pleased to be back on Instagram, and I'm going to be making YouTube much more of a thing now. Of course, this also was a little lull last week because I used this opportunity to go live with you guys, talk random things, take your questions in this live. So this will be a regular fixture. Whether it's a weekday thingy, we'll confirm very soon, but ideally going down that path. Any more questions, you guys let me know, because I still have a few things to say before I wrap up in this very short and apt live. One thing is FIFA World Cup chat. And I wanted to do a whole podcast on it, reviewing all the round one games, and of course talk about my beloved Ronaldo, because a lot of people, including some of my near and dear friends, including people who I play cricket and football with, just banter max. And there was that kind of 48 hours, right, which unraveled. You look at France and how Mbappe scored, then Haaland did the business, then Messi went on better, got the hat-trick. And I was just thinking to myself, Ronaldo, please just score. I don't care if you get a brace or a hat-trick, because look, greater things are destined for the man, make no mistake about it, but just wanted him to score. But I wouldn't really blame Ronaldo. Sure, he had 2 chances, and lots of you guys will be like heckling me in the comments saying, oh my God, bro, you're a Ronaldo fanboy and you know it. Sure, I am a Ronaldo fanboy, and I've been a fanboy of his for the last 20 years, watching the magic that he's created on the pitch. Now, there are 2 things to that first game that Portugal played this World Cup. One, the entire team was very passive. 375 passes for a shorter target. You don't see that in League 2 football. So as much as I like Vitinha and João Neves and my beloved Bruno Fernandes, I don't think Ronaldo should take the blame entirely. You've got to also question the manager, Roberto Martinez, to be fair, because you know how he's been dubbed in terms of the Belgian Gareth Southgate and all of those kind of silly names he's been given. But early days, they play, of course, Uzbekistan next. It's going to be another 10:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time fixture for us to satiate Ronaldo, for him to just score. And he'll become the first player to score in 6 World Cups. Messi hasn't done that. Messi's played 6. And even the Mexican goalkeeper Ochoa has played 6. But Ronaldo, if he does score this World Cup, will be mad. I know Messi's competing with other honors with regards to closers World Cup tally of goals, which is 16, and I think he'll get there. Mbappe might get there, and the way Haaland's going to be licking his lips in this group stage, he could be there and thereabouts as well. But my piece in Ronaldo in Portugal, I still will wait and not throw daggers out on that man or my team, because I think they will show their quality. And going ahead, they'll peak at the right time in the tournament. I know a lot of people don't like that saying, but it is what it is in sports sometimes. So looking forward to a lot of World Cup action, not just in the coming days, but in the coming weeks. And it's going to be stirred up. The best part about this World Cup is that the stadiums actually look vibrant, colorful, full, like packed to the rafters vibe. Different sort of stadiums have caught my eye with regards to just, you picture a summer World Cup and you just want it to be blue skies, sun blazing hot. So all of that's been there. And even some of the smaller teams / underdogs have really punched above their weight. So really can't wait for more World Cup games. And I think to myself right now, who's playing tonight? USA, Australia. That'll be a belter. I think Brazil, Haiti go on in the morning, and Scotland, Morocco before that. So again, great set of games. I'm probably going to go out to celebrate the fact that I got my Instagram account back and put up some mad content, because I have, of course, met some good amount of football fans here. I mean, not just the guys who walk around Church Street or MG Road wearing jerseys, but I met a shopkeeper today, and I went there to buy a bottle of water and something else. And he was watching England-Senegal highlights of 2024, 2025, when Senegal actually won. And then he was telling me that this was actually during the World Cup. And I was like, no, do not be fooled by the YouTube title, sir. And just trying to have a chat with him. And he was asking me my predictions for the World Cup. And I said, look, if it's Portugal, let it be Portugal. If it's not, then England. But my dark horses are probably Japan, the way I see it. So your pick is as good as mine, I'm guessing. But thanks for just making yourself felt presentable in the comments, if I can put it that way. If you guys haven't joined me live, don't worry. You guys can at least just get a perspective of how things have panned out for me in the last 7 to 10 days. And lots of you guys, of course, follow me on Instagram, but I'll appreciate a subscribe here, a like here, a follow, and spread the word, because I plan to go live, which is something I completely I should say, on Instagram, because that's a content space for shorter content, more snackable stuff. Here, it's just me riffing with you guys, taking your comments, whether it's Indian cricket or World Cup football or Bangalore building a whole rugby empire, you name it, we'll have it on the Hegday Everyday Live platform. Until the next time, it's a goodbye from me. I think I've run up in the midst of my dinner, literally. So I'll go finish round 2 and then head out for a quick drink and then be back to watch some more incredible sport tomorrow. India, Afghanistan. I wanted to go for that game in Chennai. Not happening. And Noman Dean, good luck with you as well. I couldn't respond to everyone because, man, everyone has been in my WhatsApps. And I apologize, but I will definitely send you a voice note to see how we can rectify your account as well. But nonetheless, love to all you guys, and pleasure. I'll see you guys soon. Hope you guys like this small little chat, and there's plenty of stuff to come on Instagram, like I said, on Hegday Everyday. Until the next time, it's a goodbye from me. I'll see you guys soon. I don't know why back. My camera sometimes just zooms out, but now we're back, and it's good. Anyway, we'll see you guys soon. Cheers, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.